get going in a minute, guys. Just want to give everyone an opportunity who might want to join us this week. So, yeah, if you've managed to connect in though, then just let me know you can hear what I'm saying in the comments. And yeah, if you're listening in from somewhere specific, it'd be good to hear from you if you're in Europe or Thailand, anywhere else you guys might be today. I was looking at the Facebook group that we've set up, which is really great, actually. Nice community of photographers in there. And I've asked some of the people that joined just what the most common problem or challenge that they would want help with, and this came up a lot. Pricing, value, how to attract more clients, that business side of it. And there's quite a few people as well, a mixture of stuff to do with creativity and lighting, composition, how to build a better portfolio. And we've covered those quite well in the last few weeks. So I thought it'd be nice to touch on this. A lot of you will have seen our free training about attracting clients and adding value and stuff like that. But this is going a little bit deeper on that and some of the aspects of pricing and value of our work that we've learned over the last 8-9 years or so. So yeah. Everything all right, Stan?
Yeah, the sound is good.
Okay.
I think because you wear the AirPod and the microphone.
Sound a bit better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, guys, so yeah, let's get started. Sorry about the dogs barking again. They seem to wait until I've gone on Facebook Live every week before they decide to have their daily bark. So you have to get used to it, I'm afraid. So yeah, just a little intro for those of you that don't know. Stan and I, so we have been shooting weddings all over the world for the last 8 years or so, and have built a sustainable and profitable business in the process. Has given us a really amazing life, and we definitely feel privileged to have the opportunity to get this kind of amazing work with all of these incredible clients. And yeah, we just wanted to share that experience, really. So we now help wedding and portrait photographers like some of you guys to develop their creativity and mindset and learn the business skills needed so your business can thrive. There definitely is a balance needed in our experience. At the beginning, we just focused 100% on creativity and becoming better photographers. Probably wasn't a bad thing to do, but we maybe neglected the realities of running a creative business. So it took us a while to build up a sustainable way of working. And now I think we've got that balance quite good. I think there is a few photographers out there that can get away with purely just their images being incredible and not doing too much on the marketing and business side of things. But they're the exception to the rule, I think. And I think you can be really good at marketing, but if you don't have the creative product as well, if you don't have the photos aren't that good, then even the best marketing in the world will run out of steam fairly quickly, because you're going to find that people realize that what's promised in this great marketing isn't delivered. So yeah, it's something I've just seen a lot. There's a lot of places you can go to find how to take certain types of pictures and learn the creative stuff. There's quite a few places to go to learn marketing, but I don't often see teaching that tries to blend those two together. But for me, the only reason we've managed to develop such a amazing business is by having that balance of understanding our work needs to stand out visually, but we need to get more people's eyes on our work as well to be able to get the bookings and the clients that we want. So yeah, I hope this is really helpful for you guys. And I'll try not to take up too much of your time on a Friday. I hope you've had all had a good week so far. So today's focus, like I was just saying, pricing. This is a global crisis we're going through, and it's unprecedented for all businesses, not just our creative businesses, but definitely photographers have not been able to do any work recently. So it's added even more stress to it's a competitive marketplace for sure. So just wanted to discuss that really. It's something I addressed actually to our community over email this week. Had quite a few people reply about it, and I thought, yeah, this is a good thing to talk about on Facebook Live. So some of you will have already read an email on this subject, and so I just wanted to go a little bit further with it, chat with you on this live, and just share my thoughts about where we are and how we can kind of rebuild our businesses and get going again. So oh, awesome. Oh, hi, Luke. Yeah, Luke's a regular on this. So I'm happy to see you again, mate. And who's that? Daniel, is it? I can't, my eyesight's going crazy. Daniel from South Africa as well, which is awesome. Thank you for tuning in. I don't think I've noticed someone say they've tuned in from South Africa before, so that's really cool. Yeah, so what I've been noticing, actually, I saw a blog post from another photographer that I really respect, and I'm friends with them actually. So, and I still feel really positive about them, but they just had a slightly different perspective to how me and Stam are feeling about this stuff. And the kind of gist of the blog post I'd read was that talking, reducing price was going to be the only way that we could survive and come out of this difficult situation we're in. So I've noticed that a lot this week, and a lot of that worry, and it's real worry. I know most of us haven't had work or been able to go on site for quite a while, so the fear is real. There is a real situation going on that we need to manage. But I just have a slightly different perspective on how to do that. And yeah, reducing price, I think, is not what we're planning to do, and I'll talk about why in a little bit. Yeah, quite a bit of panic and people worried things will never get better. None of us know exactly what's going to happen. I certainly don't, so I'm not pretending I do, but I do think we can put ourselves in a position to be getting work when things return to some kind of normality, even if it's a slightly different normal to what we had before. Opportunities are going to start to come up in some kind of format. So the people that are working through this, using it as an opportunity to build their brand, their business, tidy up their portfolio, and work on other things, creating useful bits of content for their couples, all of that kind of stuff, they're going to be really well positioned when we start moving again. And if we get too frozen by this fear and don't do anything, then we'll get left behind by our competitors or people that are willing to put that time and effort in. So yeah, and a lot of things about photography, it's impossible to make a living from photography. There's too many photographers and things like that. Yeah, there is a lot of photographers, but most of the photographers that Stam and I know have been making a living and a sustainable and profitable living from photography for many, many years. But I think the devil is in the detail with this point I put here, because the idea that photography can't make you a living, actually, if you look at that in the clarity of that statement, is that I actually think it's true. Just nice photographs can't make you a living. That's true, because actually we're doing a lot more than that. It's a service-based industry anyway, so we need to be building relationships and building a brand for ourselves, and we need to be getting eyeballs on that photography. So really, I like to think of all of us as creative entrepreneurs, similar to being an artist or a photographer or a musician. The best photographer, the best musician, the best artist in the world is not going to be recognized as that if nobody sees their work. And vice versa, people that are incredible at just the marketing, they don't have the product, that's also not going to work. But great photography is an important, essential ingredient to doing well and building a business, but you do need other things as well in place to really make it work. So yeah, my perspective is and I can give some examples of this, but people just don't value free stuff. I've downloaded free things before, or there's plenty of things on YouTube that are completely free where I could go to learn to do something, for example, but I'm not invested in that free asset. And so it feels worthless. It feels worthless to me. So I think, oh, this is just a free thing. So just the psychology of it, even if it is something really valuable, the free training we've given away, I'm sure most people downloaded it and didn't read it or implement any of it because it's free. So it's just not something that's seen as valuable. I think it's just a natural human reaction. So it's not just me, but I think it's quite common. But also, if as photographers we think the only way is to go lower in price, or to get certain types of weddings or destination weddings or something, we offer to do them for free, what actually happens is that feeling of not valuing free stuff, the brides and grooms that have these weddings and want to book us, if people just offer them work for free, then the marketplace and those people receiving those offers will start to think that what we do is worthless. But actually, it takes a lot of skill and a huge investment of time and effort and building relationships to do it well. So yeah, that's the first part of it, I think. There'll always be people that will do it cheaper as well, and that you will always have price objections however cheap you go. Even if we reduced our price down from a few $1,000s down to $200, there would still be people that said, no, I don't want to pay that, for sure. So if you're differentiating your work from your competitors purely on price, it's not a sustainable way to grow a business. It's just impossible to do that. And also that, value, just before I move on from this, value is relative. So if someone said to you, is £1,000, is £1,000 or $1,000 a lot of money? It's not a lot of money or not a lot of money. It's just $1,000, right? Someone else said this to me the other day that I'm doing some learning with, and it's very true. It's an interesting perspective. But if you said you have to buy, if someone offered to you a chocolate bar for £1,000 or $1,000, you'd think that was expensive. If you got offered a house for that, then you'd think it was cheap. So these things are all relative. So what our clients value photography at is not necessarily what we think they value it at. And we can't know that until we've actually started to offer our services and seen what people's reactions are. Yeah, and offering services for free is backwards. Let's put it a different way. There's many people out there that need our help to create beautiful memories if they're having a wedding, or they want an amazing picture of their dog to print and put on the wall, or they maybe want some family photos done, whichever area of photography you specialize in, or domestic photography you specialize in. There's people out there that need our help. So the only way to serve people and help more people is to charge an appropriate amount for what we're doing. And the lower we charge, the less we can deliver a quality product, because you'll have to have more clients, you'll have to spend less time on it. So less time, less quality, less attention, more burnt out because you have to have more clients. So the two things just don't match up together. So to truly serve your community of people that want to book you, whether it's wedding clients or family clients, etc., the only way to truly serve them is by charging a good and appropriate amount for your services. So anytime you feel awkward about pricing, or people get into this, it's a very reasonable and authentic thing to say, that you simply couldn't serve the community the work that you deliver if you were to do it at a different price. So that's why you're priced like that. So the other thing is, if you want ideal clients, and I've heard a lot of people in the group say they want more destination weddings, they want to have more clients that appreciate their work and this kind of thing. Normally, the more expensive photographers are, in a strange way, more trusted to deliver what they've been asked to do. And so people almost think, which hopefully is true, if a photographer if they see the value in paying a photographer $4,000 or $5,000, then they see you as more of an expert. They've invested in you and your style, and therefore they'll allow your expertise to deliver that. But when people pay very little for a service, then they are more worried that that service won't deliver the quality they want, and therefore they want to have more say in how things are run. So in a almost, I think it's counterintuitive that the more people invest, the more they're willing to allow your expertise to deliver what they've asked for. Yeah. Don't know if anyone had any questions, babe. I'm answering most of the ones that people had asked in the group when they joined the group. So hopefully it's covering most stuff. Yeah, instead of reducing prices, I always find it quite helpful to say to clients, which again is true, we don't actually have flexibility on pricing, but we can sometimes, depending on what they need, we try to really understand what it is they need. We can maybe have some bonuses that we can give to clients that is going to satisfy everything that they want, and then makes the package that we're offering exciting, something that they want to enter into and are really comfortable and happy with. So that's what it's about. We want our clients to be happy, comfortable with the value that we're offering and the service that they're going to get, and that everything that they've asked for has been covered off, discussed, and agreed to. So irresistible bonuses, I don't know if you're a portrait photographer, could be a free print or small framed product, or for wedding photographers, a free pre-wedding shoot. You can add these things in, keep your packages basic and then add these things in if you are happy to do that. For some clients that may want these services as a bonus, it's a really good way of adding value for them without it being about price, but just about what you can give them within your price. Yeah, this is just really listening to your clients about what it is they want. We had a situation when we were a bit newer, and one of the things that came up was I was nervous about our pricing, because I think we'd just changed it and it was slightly more expensive than it was the year before. So I was worried that the clients that we were about to book wanted to talk about our pricing for our base package. But actually, when I really spoke to them, but they almost had to spell it out for me. They actually wanted to find a way to, they wanted a very special type of album. They wanted a pre-wedding shoot. They wanted to know how it wasn't offered specifically, the things that they wanted. They wanted to add all of these services. And because I was worried about, and probably giving off that energy as well, of feeling like I wasn't worth it in some way or something like that. I mean, those feelings were there early on, I think. Yeah, I just sort of completely missed it. But actually, these guys invested a really good amount of money because they wanted the best album, the pre-wedding shoot, their wedding shoot covered as well, etc. So it was one of the biggest bookings we'd ever got. So listening carefully, sometimes it's not even that people are objecting to price, it's just that the packages you offer or the way that you offer it is detailed, isn't quite fit with what they want. And it's not because they don't want to pay, just because they want something slightly different to what you've offered. So flexibility is really helpful. Yeah, we've got packages and collections that we offer to clients because they're sort of cover what a lot of people want. So that's fine. But we always make it really clear that if this doesn't suit, then please tell us what you do want or what you don't want, because we can take things out that people don't want and we can add some value or slightly alter what we're offering them that way. Or we can add things in that aren't in our packages, which gives them exactly what they want. So make sure you're listening carefully to what people are asking for. Find that's really helpful. And yeah, load up the value up front. This is really important. If people are going to invest a lot of money, which it is a lot of money to hire a wedding photographer, if people are going to invest that money, they want to feel that you're a credible person, not just to create the images, but are going to be a valuable person to have by their side. Photographers spend more time around their clients than any other supplier at wedding day. So people, even if they don't realize they want this, they do want, in our experience, people that are easy to get along with, get on with other suppliers, offer really valuable guidance and advice well before they've been booked. And that's why we talk a lot about having a beautiful wedding planning guide you can give to your clients. If they're a little bit closer to making a decision, offering to speak to them free on the phone, writing regular blog content that's not just showcasing your other weddings, but actually answers pain points for clients. So a recent one we just wrote is how to manage postponing your wedding because of what's happening with the global crisis. Stam and I were planning to have a wedding next March, so we've also postponed ours. So we have actual experience, but also lots of wedding experience. So we just shared how to approach suppliers, how to talk to them about postponing, the best way to approach conversations with venues. Just help people with things like that, and you're much more likely to get clients coming to you that value that personal service. Yeah, okay, guys, I think that was most of it today. It's not particularly long, but I just really wanted to go through it because there's been a lot of people in our Facebook group that have been asking about this, and many people when they joined that group had been asking, and I've had quite a few replies to the email I sent out this week talking about this subject, saying that it was a really helpful subject to be talking about, especially with what's going on at the moment. So I hope it was helpful. Next steps, I just wanted to let you guys know, I know some of you are on here next week, but if you want to keep going on this journey with us, then please do. I will put it in the comments, so anyone watching the replay as well should be able to get it. But make sure you join our waiting list for our signature membership program, which is called the Photographers Collective. That is going to be launching soon. There'll be a link in the description where you can do that. And just by being on that waiting list, you will get updated for some really cool free training that becomes available for that, which is not to be missed. It's really, really cool, and we're putting it together at the moment. So join us on there, and if you're not already in there, then we'd love to see you in our Facebook groups. Completely free group, and there's lots of interesting discussion and training and tips and tricks going on in there each week. If you've got a specific problem, we have quite a few one-to-one mentorship clients that are photographers from around the world. So if you have specific business issues or creativity that you want to work on, or photography skills you want to work on, then give us an email at info@liamcollard.com or send us a direct message, and be happy to chat to you guys about that and see how we might be able to help. Yeah, and just wanted to wish you guys to have a really lovely weekend. Thank you for tuning in again. I think Stam's got... Okay, yeah, hello. I'm not sure how to say your name, actually, just before we go. Anukas. Yes, Anukas. Yeah, I can't understand. I have to use Google Translate when you send me messages in Portuguese. So sorry, I can't reply to you specifically, but nice to see you on here as well. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you next week. We're going to do another Facebook Live. We'll try and do them every Friday for the foreseeable. So we shall see you there or in our Facebook group during the week. Okay, take care, guys.